Today, we are going to talk about mindset, about personal development, right? Something that is, in my opinion, from what I've seen, very undervalued. Something that sometimes we forget the importance of it, right? We sometimes start to focus, and I know I very much used to be like this. We focus on the strategies, we focus on all the details, those what we call the physical hard skills, right? We're always there trying to figure out all this physical stuff in the physical world, right? However, what I've really learned throughout my journey is that, and as my mentors say, success is 99% mindset and 1% physical, 1% hard work, right? And that's with every single aspect of our life. Every single aspect, not just trading, right? But in every single part of our life. And so you might be asking yourself, okay, but how do I do that? And this is something that I reflect on a lot, and this is why I love to teach, is that please drop a 1 in the chat. Let's do this. Drop a 1 in the chat if you know how to describe to me your car, right? If you have a car, you know that you can tell me what color it is. You can tell me how many seats are in the car. You can tell me how many doors that car has, right? Drop a 1 in the chat if you know how to describe the type of car that you have, or maybe your parents have. A big and ugly car. Hey, but you're describing it, right? You know what it looks like. But when has anyone ever taught you what your mind looks like? I don't know about you guys, but I just thought, okay, yeah, it's my brain. It's like this big, pink, blobbly thing, right? That is not our mind, that is our brain. So if we talk so much about mindset and how mindset is 99% of success, we need to know what our mindset looks like to then be able to go and apply things to then go and change and shift our mindset. And sometimes that can be scary. You can be like, okay, but hold up. I don't want to change my mindset. Here we go. Wait, what are they doing to me? I remember at the start, I was like, wait, people that try and change my mindset are like brainwashing me, right? That's what I used to think. But then I learned that until you have the same mindset, you are going to continue always getting the same results that you have now in your life. And sometimes this is hard to hear. Right? The reason why you are where it is that you are in your life, in every single aspect of your life, is because of your mindset. So in order to be able to change our results, what do we need to do? We need to change our mindset. In order to be able to get different results, we need to develop a different type of mindset. But as we were saying before, you need to understand what your mind looks like to be able to then shift your mindset, right? Because we can know all the skills, we can know all the strategies, but the way that you approach things, right, is how everything changes, okay? So I'm gonna draw this up. I'm gonna share my screen and I'm gonna draw, and hopefully you'll all be able to see this. Guys, keep giving me feedback in the chat, because this is how I know that you're able to hear me loud and clear and are understanding what it is that I'm saying, right? So I'm gonna draw it up. This is your mind. This is your mind right here. It's divided in 2 parts. And then we have a body, okay? So let's draw up a little body. Boom, this is your body here. This is your mind, this is your body down here. Now, how is our mind divided? Body. That is our body right there. Our mind is divided in 2 parts, okay? We have the conscious mind This is the part that we can control. This is where our thoughts are. This is where we're thinking, where we hear that voice, right? The constant like talking to yourself. And then we have our subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind is where we are programmed, where we have all of our programs. We can't directly control this part of our brain, of our mind. This is where we have our beliefs. This is where we have our habits, right? That all sits in our conscious mind. Now, everybody has been programmed in a different way. And this goes through, from our childhood. We're born into our family, into a country, into a society. We go to a certain school. We see certain people every day. We have certain teachers, mentors, and circumstances in our life that as we grow, they go and program this part, this subconscious mind, where, you come into an environment like this and people are telling you, you can do it. And you're like, hold up, but my whole life I've been told that I would never be successful, that I'll never be able to have financial freedom, that I'll never be able to make 6, 7, 8 figures, right? And this we hear in our conscious mind. We hear this in our conscious mind. Our conscious mind is where we receive information from hearing, seeing, smelling, tasting, feeling, right? Our 5 senses. So as we start to receive this information, now let me scribble, we start to receive this information in our conscious mind, we then have the power to start thinking, okay, do I accept this information or do I reject this information? In the conscious mind, as you receive things, you consciously, right, choose whether yes, I accept this information or no, I do not accept this information. So that's why we, come on here, and as my mentors teach me, I love to teach you guys, what information are you listening to on a day-to-day basis? Who are you listening to? Which are your facts? What information is being fed into your mind? What environment are you surrounding yourself with? Because as these come into your conscious mind, guys, and you start to accept these different beliefs, ideas, facts, words, whatever it may be, they start to program your subconscious mind. As Vatan said at the start, repetition of information is what goes and really goes and sinks into our minds, which is our subconscious mind. This is where we go and do things without even thinking about them, right? This is where, for example, discipline comes into place, right? Where you already are working towards having specific habits, for example, where you know that without even needing to consciously think about it, you go and you take action on certain things because your subconscious mind already has that programming. This is really important to learn. Really important to learn and to understand. Because once we understand that, again, we have the power to put certain information into our conscious mind, accept it or reject it, and whatever we accept gets fed into our subconscious mind and goes to reprogram the way that we think, and we can start to get different results. Now, who's heard of this before? It's TFAR. Who has seen or heard of this before? TFAR. I'm going to break it down for you on what it means. Okay, some people have heard of it. And a lot of people haven't. Awesome. Guys, this is what this stands for. Thoughts, feelings, actions, results. Your thoughts lead to feelings. So what were our thoughts? We talked about it just here. Your conscious mind, your subconscious mind. And the most powerful ones are in your subconscious mind, the thoughts that you have. You know how you have that little voice? Like you have a main voice that you talk to yourself with every day, and that's your conscious mind. But you have that little voice in the back of your head. And that's the most powerful voice, and that's your subconscious mind. I won't get into it here today, but that's the voice that you go to listen to during meditation, for example, right? Your subconscious mind voice. So your thoughts, and the most powerful ones are in your subconscious mind. They're going to lead to feelings, to what it is that you feel, right? Your feelings, and we're going to touch more deep into this in just a minute, but your feelings are going to lead to the actions that you take or you don't take. Once you take or don't take actions, as we know, that's what's going to bring you or not bring you your results. So what does this tell us? What does all of this tell us? It tells us that our thoughts literally control everything. Our thoughts control our feelings, our actions, and therefore our results. And that's why at the start I was saying, if you don't know how your mind works, if you're not working on your mind every day, and again, we're going to dive more into details on this, but if you're not working on your mindset every single day, you might know all the skills, you might know all the strategies, you might know everything, but are you actually putting it into actions, and is that going to lead you to results? That's why success is 99% mindset and 1% physical. It all starts from your thoughts, from your mind. Now that we know how the brain works, how the mind works, you're like, oh, okay, cool. Now I can start working on this. That's why I come onto team trainings. That's why I go and I learn every day. That's why I do things such as mindset trainings, personal development on a day-to-day basis. This is why I journal. Why I journal in the mornings, or whatever time of day it is that you do your, what I call a morning ritual, right? It doesn't have to be in the mornings. I like to do it in the mornings because it gets my mindset right for the day, right? But this is why we journal, to understand what are the thoughts that are currently going through my head? How do I shift those results? Am I repeating new thoughts, new positive, empowering thoughts that are going to lead me to the right feelings, to the right actions, and to the right results?